Kofi is here.
All right.
We get started with Kofi. Can't be brief with him, and then I'll get Coach to you.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Kofi. Hold on, I'm going to change your the name on the. We'll go ahead and open up questions for Kofi, and we'll start. Jeremy, go ahead. Well, we're going to start with Robert since you're at site, and then we'll go down the line. So go ahead, Robert. Your first question.
Yeah, Kofi, a tough shift there in the second half, pretty dominant first half, and then things changed. Can you identify what maybe changed in the second half there?
Not really. I realized that they kind of started doubling down on the post from the backside, and this made my catches harder, and they keep the ball up. Wasn't nothing really we could do about it, other than just doing what we do and going through their plays.
And can you comment on this was since I'm here, this was a very noisy Illinois bench and a very quiet Rutgers bench. What did you think you got from the energy from the guys on the bench?
Yeah, man. At the beginning of the season, we were kind of like we were horrible with the bench, giving us energy and just keep like being loud. And coach he spoke about it earlier in the year that we have to basically feed each other energy and we have to be pumped for each other and have fun with it. So I commend the freshmen and all those guys on the bench. Like they always like give us that boost that we need to go out there and compete. And it's just like it's exciting to just be playing and listening to them, and they're pumping us whether it's on defensive or offensive, and they just give us energy.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Jeremy, you're up, and then we'll follow with Brandon. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hey, Kofi, 91 points for Rutgers today. They had 10 offensive rebounds in the second half. Just what's the key for this team to have some defensive consistency? What do you think is the key for you guys there?
Defensive consistency. We have to guard the ball at first. We had a lot of fouls today. They shot 35 free throws, and that's way too much. We have a really good defensive team, and we just have to rely on each other and just know that we got each other back at all times. Like we can't be fouling, we can't be sending teams to the line because that's how. This is a Big Ten, man. Like every team is going to be hard win, especially on the road, and we just have to make sure that we sit down and guard and we lock in mentally and what the personnels are, and just make sure that we're not fouling, putting them on the line.
In kind of Missouri, you had a lot of fouls. This game, you had a lot of fouls. What's the key for you guys there, if they're going to call it that way?
Key for us, like I said, just not just trusting each other that we got each other back. We're a really competitive team. We're really competitive individuals, and I feel like guys they overplay sometimes. They overuse their energy in some possessions where they want to make sure that they're guarding, they're holding themselves accountable. But I feel like we should just rely on each other more. Rely on me to help if somebody beats you. If somebody beats you, we're playing against really good teams in the Big Ten, and they're gonna beat you. You're gonna have good guys that could go by you, and we just have to rely on each other to come over and help, and we rotate and keep the game going instead of fouling and sending them to the line.
Thanks.
Okay, Brandon, you're up. Scott Ritchie on deck. Go ahead, Brandon.
Kofi, even in a loss, you guys still scored 88 points against a pretty good Rutgers defense. So what was kind of clicking for you guys offensively, and how can you keep that up?
Everything clicks for us. We're like I said this now. We're a really good team. We have really good tools individually, and when we come together, we're really good. We connect and we pass the ball. We had a lot of assists today because we shared the ball well, and it's just about running the plays, just going through the plays, and it's getting what we get, or getting what we have. We're really good coaching staffs, and they make sure that they put us in a position to be successful. And we just have to basically go through the play and make sure that we run the plays right and go through it and hit the extra pass, find the open man.
Thanks, Kofi.
Okay, Scott Ritchie and then Joey Wagner. Scott.
Kofi, how much do you think Rutgers' offensive rebounding maybe helped them put together their multiple runs, I guess, in the second half?
Yeah, that was tough. They pumped us on the offensive glass in the second half. It really helped them a lot because those are the shots that really hurt teams. The second shots where you guard for 30 seconds and they shoot a contested shot, a tough shot, and they miss it, and then you have to guard again for 30 more seconds, or they get an offensive putback or a three. So that really hurts us a lot because instead of getting the ball and going out in transition, that's kind of a 5-point change if they hit a three, or a 4-point change if they make a layup. Because instead of going back and scoring in transition, we have to guard again and maybe they score or they get a three. So that's really tough. That was really tough for us. in the second half.
I guess, I mean, it's looking like you were.
We have time for 2 more.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and give someone else one more. Then.
All right, Joey, go ahead.
Hey, Kofi, we've seen you guys play really, really well in games against Baylor and Minnesota, and then, maybe struggle to get 2 in a row strung together. How do you guys develop that consistency from game to game?
Like I said, man, this is Big Ten. Like I said earlier, it's a tough league. You can't really hold yourself down if you lose to a team, because all these teams are good teams with good players and good coaches, and it's going to be competitive every night in and night out. So it's just about preparing, making sure that we focus in. We do a really good job of preparing and making sure that we know the scouts and know that what we're doing ahead of time. So it's just about just preparing and knowing that every night it's going to be a battle, every night it's going to be a dogfight. So you have to come out there with the same energy and match other teams' energy and execute and play good defense.
Thanks, Kofi.
Last question be from Gavin. Go ahead, Gavin.
Hey, Kofi, a close competitive game, obviously. Do you have any advice for guys like Adam, maybe, who are struggling a little bit right now, and Andre, who's struggled with some fouling a little bit?
Yeah, man. Like I just told him earlier, I said it's tough for freshmen to play in this league. I witnessed it last year, both mentally and physically. I was a big dude, so I had the upper hand. I had help with that, but this is really hard to play against play in this league, because you have, like I said earlier, it's every night. It's the same thing every night. Good players. You're going up against good players that you have to guard. You have to go back down, and it's just really, really good connected. And like I told him this now, you can't really hold yourself down. It's a tough league for freshmen to play. No other teams play freshmen like Coach Underwood does, and that's for a reason. It's really, really tough league. And he just have to come out and try to compete and get better every day.
Thanks, Kofi.
Thank you, Kofi.
Thank you.
Okay, Ken, I'll be back in a minute.